What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more John Foxx, and we're going back to the 1980 album Metamatic, and we're up to the tune Blurred Girl. It's an interesting phrase, it has a bit of literary quality to it. Are you going to come up, Luca? You're just going to look and observe, maybe the latter. In any case, it makes me wonder whether it could be about a person, a young girl who feels like, different expectations of them or different attitudes about them or discussions about them from different angles or different parts of society, their family, etc., might make them feel not quite sure, how they're supposed to be or how they're supposed to live, what the proper prescriptive ingredients should be. Perhaps it's about more internal and psychological and not really understanding where the edges between something that's real and something that's not. That could be the sense of blurriness. It could be something else completely unrelated to those ideas, but those are the first two things that come to mind. Someone being pulled in different directions and therefore exactly what they're supposed to be is not clear, or perhaps someone who feels like the edges of everything are a bit blurry and unclear. So let's find out if it has anything to do with that or is completely different. I would bet on the latter. But this is John Foxx from the album Metamatic, 1980, and the tune is called Blurred Girl. Visual image that someone sees on the esplanade. Running still. But a lack of clarity. Alien sci-fi sort of vibe mixed with this laser percussive head, and all the while this almost like wave-like travel on the ocean, but that rhythm. Almost somber march more than an ocean type movement. It's like plodding but relentless. fascinating tune. I didn't catch enough lyrically to know exactly what's happening, but it did again sound like part of the theme is a lack of clarity on exactly what you're seeing or exactly what is happening. So whether it's just someone walking and seeing an image of a blurred girl and not really getting their perception as it relates to reality, or some misperception. I'm not sure, but ultimately, yeah, sonically fascinating. As I said, maybe it was making me feel sort of like the wave motion that you might get, but eventually it felt like the percussion was more actually like a somber march, like a march, but one that you're sort of resigned and unhappy to have to do. So yeah, just a really interesting tone. Again, not quite sure on the themes, but it felt like maybe there is a bit of paranoia or at least unsettled mental nature, and that synth, theremin type synth, that really added to that flavor, certainly. So yeah, really interesting tune, a bit on the darker edge, or, more, what's the term, like less commercial or, radio oriented, feels a bit more experimental, a bit more abstract, and a sort of sonically challenging compared to perhaps more like synth work. Ultimately, it'll be interesting because again, I'm aware that he was part of Ultravox, and I'm thinking about an Ultravox tune where it has a lot of consonant synths and this really catchy synth bass groove and so on. So this is, I'm trying to say that this is on the other end of that. But again, knowing that he was part of Ultravox right before some of the tunes that I'm now thinking about and comparing this with, it is an interesting historical legacy. It'll be great to go through the remainder of his catalog and more Ultravox, and ultimately, some other early 80s synth pop pioneers, as I am, through a number of deep dives. But ultimately, I'm curious what people think about this one. Do let me know. I apologize, Luca, but I am going to have to pick you up. Whoa. You ready? She freaked out when I lightly brushed the arm of my chair. You good? I think she's good. Do let me know what you think. I'll see you next time. Peace.